Hidden within the mosques, palaces, and manuscripts of the Islamic Golden Age lies a forgotten language, a language not of words, but of patterns, shapes, and infinite designs. This is the art of Islamic geometry, a sacred union of mathematics, spirituality, and beauty that once defined the architecture of a civilization. But behind its elegance lies something deeper, a hidden world of numbers, symmetry, and dimensions that modern science is only beginning to rediscover. When Islam spread across vast lands in the 7th century, artists and scholars faced a challenge. Depicting human and animal forms in sacred spaces was discouraged, so they turned to something else, geometry. Lines, circles, and stars began to fill walls and domes. Patterns repeated endlessly, symbolizing the infinite nature of God. These were not just decorations, they were visual meditations. From the Alhambra in Spain to the Blue Mosque in Istanbul to intricate manuscripts in Persia, a distinct style emerged, combining art, religion, and mathematics in perfect harmony. But how were these mesmerizing patterns made? At the core of Islamic geometry lies the circle. Drawn with a compass, the circle was seen as the most perfect shape, without beginning, without end. By dividing circles into equal sections, artists created stars, hexagons, and octagons. These shapes interlocked, forming a tessellations that could expand infinitely across walls and ceilings. This wasn't just art, it was mathematics made visible. Angles, ratios, and symmetries were carefully measured long before modern algebra or computer graphics. What we now call fractals and complex algorithms were already being explored with simple tools of ink, wood, and stone. Each pattern carried meaning. The repetition of forms symbolized eternity. The complexity reflected the hidden order of the universe, and the endless expansion of shapes hinted at infinity itself. The eight-pointed star, for example, represented balance and harmony. The use of symmetry mirrored the cosmic order, and in many designs, the geometry seemed to invite the viewer to lose themselves, as if gazing into another dimension. For scholars of the Islamic Golden Age, geometry wasn't only about beauty, it was a way to glimpse the divine. But the influence of Islamic geometry didn't stop at art, it shaped science. In Baghdad, Cairo, and Cordoba, mathematicians used geometry to advance astronomy, optics, and architecture. Al-Hasan studied the mathematics of light, Al-Khwarizmi, whose very name gives us the word algorithm, advanced algebra that influenced Europe for centuries. Their discoveries, encoded in abstract patterns and mathematical principles, laid foundations for what we now call modern science, from computer graphics to chaos theory to the algorithms that power artificial intelligence. The echoes of this lost art are still with us. Yet, somewhere along history, much of this knowledge faded. Colonialism, wars, and modernization broke the chain of transmission. What was once a living art became a forgotten language. Today, a handful of artisans and mathematicians are reviving it, revealing once again how geometry bridges the seen and the unseen, the finite and the infinite. So next time you see an Islamic pattern, look closely. You're not just seeing decoration, you're seeing a map of mathematics, a meditation on infinity, and a reminder that beauty itself is a language written in geometry. Perhaps hidden within these patterns lies a dimension we have yet to fully understand.